Should I stage my home? It's a question that I get quite often, and people are wondering, will it help me, attract buyers? Should I stage my home? Is it worth the investment? Is it something that we need to look into? And there's many different avenues of staging that you can go down. So in this video, we're going to dive into the pros and cons of staging, some different ways you can stage the property, and how you can best set up your home to attract buyers through the door. So let's dive right in. In this real estate market, first impressions are very crucial. Research shows that most buyers make a decision on if they like a house or not just by seeing the photographs online. So they're making a decision 80 to 90% of the time before even going to see the house. They're like, yeah, I like this house. I like how it looks. Let's go see it. Or they're like, nah, you know what? I don't even like the looks of the house from the pictures. I'm not going to go see it. So staging your house can have many benefits, especially if you have some rooms that are kind of unique, or you have spaces that you need to kind of show off in a way that makes buyers realize how they're going to live in that room. So let's dive in here now to some of the pros and cons and see how staging can help you with your house when you are getting ready to sell. All right, some of the pros of staging your house. It can cause people to really get a great visualization, especially with the photos. It'll give them a sense of how they're going to live in the house, how they can set up the room. It'll attract more buyers through the door, give them an idea of what it's going to look like when they're actually living in there. And more buyers through the door leads to, more offers and more attraction. And it is a very visual thing. I oftentimes recommend, some staging if you have, a room that's maybe a little unique, kind of an odd shape. If the bedrooms are a little bit smaller, sometimes it helps to have a bed in there in order to make people understand, hey, this is how my bed could fit in. I can have, my queen size bed plus, a dresser, and everything's going to fit okay. So staging that helps people visualize and get an idea of how those small or unique rooms are going to fit their furniture. And of course, there is a cost, and that's one of the cons of staging, is because sometimes you have to rent some furniture, right, to make the rooms. Or if you're trying to, move out of your house and then sell your house, there may be some rental furniture that you need in order to make, the staging and the rooms complete. And sometimes there can be a little bit of a cost and a little bit of the maintenance. And there's concerns of like, okay, this isn't my furniture, I'm renting it. What happens if, a kid comes in and spills on, the carpet or the rug or whatever. So there is a little bit of risk and some cons in that staging. But if it's done properly and it's done right, it can give buyers a better feeling for how they are going to live in the house. And sometimes staging doesn't even need to be, hey, I'm renting a ton of furniture and I'm going to make this house look perfect. And, you see it on all the big reality shows of like, I'm going to spend, $60,000 in furniture. That doesn't need to happen. Sometimes staging is just you and I walking through the house and having some discussions on like, hey, maybe if we move this furniture here, or, let's pack up this room so it looks a little bit better in photos, and then we can adjust things with the furniture that you already have. You can still live in the house with your own furniture, and you're not spending money or having to worry about damage to someone else's furniture. And it's just opening up the rooms a little bit. One, for the photographer, so buyers get an idea online what the house is going to look like and what they're expecting to walk into. And then number two, what it's going to give people as they're walking through the house, how furniture can be laid out. So sometimes the best idea and the best thing you can do is just have a little furniture review, walk through the house, move some things around. Declutter is part of staging, packing things up. Best part about packing things up is eventually you're going to have to pack them up anyway. So if you pack them ahead of time, it makes the back end moving process a little bit easier. It still can be challenging at times, but it does make it a little bit easier. So staging doesn't have to be this huge, big, convoluted project of renting furniture and bringing in fake books and fake television sets and all this sort of stuff. It can be just rearranging the furniture you already have. You can still live in it. You can still enjoy it, feel comfortable in your house with just a little bit of staging tips. So there's the two options. You can stage your house. You cannot stage your house. Actually, we probably have three options. You could do a full stage of house with rental furniture and the fake books and the fake television and all that sort of stuff. Or you can just have some decluttering and move around, the coffee table at a different angle, or, make sure that the bed's made up in a great way with the furniture that you already have. Or you can go the route of, just having the fake books and couches and televisions and everything brought in, especially if you have a house that is vacant that you are trying to sell. Or you can do nothing. And if you do nothing, which is perfectly fine, sometimes an option is some virtual staging. With the photographer, we can have some furniture virtually put into the house. So when people are looking at it online, they get that feel for, okay, my couch can go here, or my bed can go over here. Here's probably where I would have the television. Some of these virtual stagings, which is very cost effective, have some AI technology where they'll plan the room for you in the best light. And it's very great marketing tool just to get buyers through the door. Yes, when they're walking through the house, they're going to see that the house is vacant and they won't get a feel for the furniture when they're in the house. But at least visually, to get them through the door, they'll see how it's able to be laid out. And that's the most important thing, getting them through the door so they can see the house, fall in love with the house when they're in there. The more people through the door, the better the chances of more offers coming in and the higher value on the property. So if you're wanting some tips on staging, you're preparing your house for sale, that is something that I walk through the house with people many of times. We'll talk about some options that they can declutter. They can talk about some options on how to move around furniture or prepare everything so the photos show great. And so when buyers are walking through the house, the layout and everything makes the most sense, and they're going to get a nice feel for how they are going to live in the house and make the house their own. So if you're looking for those tips, comment below. Feel free to shoot me a message, and I can happily walk through the house with you to kind of give you some of those tips. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel with more videos coming on a weekly basis on how to best prepare your house for sale. We'll start talking about how to best prepare your home buying journey and more information about real estate and the real estate market to come. Thanks for watching.